Closed captioning for sport fishing on the fly is brought to you by The Frog Boat, inspired by nature, ingenious by design.
The Goat River in southwestern British Columbia is a beautiful freestone stream full of West Slope cutthroat trout. The river has many fast-flowing runs and is littered with big boulders, which makes it an ideal pocket water fishery. What makes the fishery so special is not only the awesome scenery, but the action is all dry fly. The best time to fish the Goat is July through August after the flows from spring runoff have subsided. Wading can be tough, but you'll be able to cross a river at certain locations during this time of year.
Fishing on the Fly is brought to you in part by Islander Reels, G. Loomis Rods, and Cloudvale Outdoor Gear.
I got my little white pillow fly.
Little white pillow fly, the big fluffy guy.
Yeah.
And I got the Italian spider fly. Very popular for cutthroat, real nice flies.
That's good. Got a nice little run here. We're going to be fishing a lot of pocket water today, but we actually found a run. There's not a whole lot of runs on the Goat River, but here's a nice one. Just describe what we got here.
Just a beautiful run. It starts off faster water up above, going through the chop of the riffle, and then it empties into a little bit of a pocket. Those fish like to stay in the pocket, but they don't like the real fast water. They like it to calm down a little bit. It's just got the right gradient that's not too steep, and the fish can hold in the tail or enough through the run. So we'll work it, starting at the tail, and work our way up.
A couple of big rocks down here. There's also the tree up top there, which is probably a pretty good place for fish to be hiding.
And the bank too, great holding water all through here. Okay. And cutthroat, as long as you got a little area, a little rock to hide behind, they'll hide behind it. So I think we should just duel up here and just start casting, work our way up.
Okay, what side do you want?
I don't know. What side do you want?
I'll go this way. I'll go into the deep water. I'll
venture out. Oh, yeah, either or. I like them both, so.
Okay.
You know the other guy will poach when somebody gets a bigger one.
As soon as we see where they're at.
Yeah. You change flies?
Oh yeah, I got the big sofa pillow on.
Sofa pillow, good. So you like the big attractors. Well, that feels like a nice one.
When we first came into the run, we talked about probably the prime spots, the head end of the pool under the tree. Well, finally made my way up there.
That's where he's sitting?
Yeah.
Well, that's a nice one, Grant.
That's a nice fish for a two-weight rod.
Oh, beauty. I think you'll have to work him to shore.
To get this guy in a little shallower. This is one fast river.
Oh, there's a nice one too. He just came up and sipped it down. Oh, this guy's little. He looked a little better. Still a little guy.
Getting better, yeah.
But you know, with a two-way rod, it's not bad at all. I mean, you got a nice one on. That's what we expect. Oh, that's a beauty.
That's what we came for.
Let this little guy go. Just in the lip.
Oh, yeah. That's a beautiful fish.
There he goes. That's a nice fish.
Look at the color of it. Barbless hook pop out. Oh, look at the pretty cuts.
Beautiful colors.
Isn't that nice?
And,
look at how light it is. And I guess that's what you expect from this.
Well, freestone creeks and freestone rivers are like that. Real clean, really clear, and the fish has to match that color. It has to take on that real clear color.
Yeah.
That was a beauty.
That was nice.
That was how big?
Oh, I don't know.
That was probably 14 inches.
Probably close to 14 inches.
All right.
Yeah. Pretty little cut right up by the tree. I bet you there's more.
There's more. They'll be sitting along that bank too. I'll keep plugging them.
Yeah.
Trying to work my way up along this edge here and see if I can happen to get a big guy. You never know. You just never know.
That's a good way to start things off. Nice fish.
There's one. Ah, not bad. All right. Oh yeah, there it is. Not a bad one.
That was a good one.
Oh, they sure fight. I mean, two-way rod. It's like it's like getting a big fish. Oh, he's fighting good. For a little cutthroat. Nothing more fun than coming to a little creek or a small river like this one and getting these little cutthroat, because everything is dry. All dry action. Oh, little guy. Little baby. Barbless hooks. Right in the corner. There he is. Nice little guy. Let him go.
Oh yeah, there you go. Now you get to the head end of the pool.
Huh?
You get up the head end of the pool, you get the nicer fish.
Yeah. Oh, he's fighting good too. Good scrapper. Boy, a really good scrapper. He's not that big, but big for in here, I guess. Gee. Oh, an old dry fly. That's just the best. Wow. Gee, he's even taking line on me. He's not that big.
That's a nice fish, yeah.
But he's nice.
Excellent.
You know, the thing about them is they're not real long, but they're real nice, thick fish. The cutthroat, they got the big backs on them.
Yeah. Oh, classic West Slope cutthroats.
Oh, yeah. Beauty. Oh, beautiful little fish. What a fight. What a great fight. Just unhook him here. There he is. Nice little cutthroat. And you can see how thick, how long their backs are. And they have the beautiful colors. There he goes.
Another little guy. Again, the big Miklux edge on here.
Hi, little guy.
To the size of the guy
Well,
last
you know
time.
what? We seem to be into little fish.
Yeah.
We got a couple of nice ones out of the hole.
Not bad.
Well, why do you say we head to the pocket water?
I think so.
Or you know what? There's one last run to try down a little further.
Yeah.
Well, after that, then we'll hit the big pocket water section.
Yeah, because pocket water is a lot different. We haven't done a lot of that. I don't think we've actually shown pocket water.
No, and I really like to show. Oh, look at that! I had a fish on. It's sitting there. We should show people how to fish the pocket water, because it's something that a lot of people, when they get to a creek or a river, they go right to the runs.
Yep.
And runs are popular, but pocket water can produce some big fish.
Well, we'll see today.
I hope. I don't want to be called a liar.
We'll test the theory.
That's right.
Well, we wanted to do a show on fishing pocket water. We're at the Goat River in southeastern British Columbia, and right in front of us here is some classic pocket water.
Do we ever? You know, we got a nice run up above, just filters in over some big boulders, and the fish can sit all through here. They sit on the right behind the boulders, in front of the big boulders, wherever the currents are really slack, and just wait for feed to come around the rocks and in front of the rocks.
That's why they call it pocket water, because there's pockets of water where the fish can sit.
Exactly.
Because it gets calm up. Because as you can see where we're at right here, it's going pretty good.
And it is, and it's pretty fast. They'll sit at the tail out, like we're working the tail out right now, but you get very few through the tail out. There's not many rocks to hide under. They normally sit right into those big boulders.
Okay, up here, I know we can get a great shot of this rock up here. There's a couple of great rocks. How do you approach this?
Well, how I'd go about it is always stay below the run, stay below the tail out of the pool, and work your way into it. Make some casts into the base of the rock to start. Actually get them into the calm water that's behind the rock where the water flows.
So you really need to approach it from right below.
Right from below. Make some short casts. Don't get right into the main pool right away behind the rock. You want to make some shorter casts into the little riffly water behind the rock.
Okay.
See if you can get something there. If you don't, move to the sides of the rock. Go cast your fly right to the side of the rock and have it come sweep down with the current right on the side of the rock. And it'll bring it into that little back eddy, and that's usually where the fish just wait and come and scoop it up.
What about in front of the rock?
That's later. Again, great place for fish to hide, right in front of the rock. If there's any kind of depth there, make some casts there right after.
In your experience, where are the bigger fish hiding? Because everybody wants to know where the big fish are.
Actually, you know, personally, I really like in front of the rock. I think a lot of big fish hold in front because if it's deeper pocket, big fish get the choice spot.
They get the first feed,
yeah? They get the first feed, that's right.
Head of the run. Okay, well, let's give it a go.
But hey, you never know. I've caught them behind the rock too, so.
A little bit smaller than the last one, but still a nice fish, all in all. There we go.
That's our size.
There you go. It's got off. Good.
So what are you using today for your setup?
Well, I've got an 8-foot 2-weight rod. It's a 2-piece rod.
Yeah.
It's got a slow action to it, and I've had a lot of trouble today because I've been trying to go too fast with it.
Yeah.
Because my other 9.5-foot rod that I've been using is a 5-weight. It's a little faster action.
All right.
So I've had to just slow it down, just take a little while to get used to it is all.
I think that's a good piece of information for the people because a lot of guys say, oh, I can get my 8-weight rod out and then I'll go to my 2-weight and, you know, and they won't be able to cast certain rods the same.
Yeah.
And it is. The lighter the rod, I think the softer the action, the slower you have to become.
Yep. Just takes a little bit of getting used to, so just practice, you know, as
But
we say.
there's nothing better because you can cast a 2-weight rod like this all day long. You're not going to get tired.
No, I don't know what this weighs. It's a couple ounces, 2 ounces.
2 ounces, and
Yeah.
the reel, again,
Yeah.
nothing for weight. Just an awesome way to fish.
But you know what I am using is a little bit longer of a leader. I found I had about a 7 or 8 foot leader. I couldn't get very long drift. You can see how many currents there are here you're trying to fight with to try and get a dead drift because the cutties still like the dead drift.
Oh, they do.
So I just
sure.
lengthened it up. I'm running about 11 feet right now.
11 feet, that's what I have. I think I got, I have a 9-foot leader and I put about 3 feet on, so I'm running about 12. Look at that. And I just go, and oh, and it's not a bad one. Just shows you with Cutthroat, you could even have the fly skidding down there and you're going to catch fish. Oh, and this is our average size. Look at that.
That's funny.
Eh? Isn't that amazing?
You know what I said about presentation? Doesn't matter.
Yeah, exactly. We just kind of went against all our rules, but
Yeah.
there's a nice little fish. Well, you know
Yeah,
what?
they're healthy.
On this fly, I'll just let him go. This fly's been really good today.
Yeah.
This spider fly, it's an Italian spider fly that was used in the World Championships that my brother went to. And it was down in Jackson Hole. And this fly was one of the top 10. And
Right on.
I think we should tie it. Show the people.
Good idea. That's a pretty funky looking fly.
It is. It's quite a large fly. I think it imitates a big sedge.
Yep.
And it just really deadly for Cutthroat. They really like it. It's got a little bit of sparkle in the wing, and
That's a good idea. I think we should go to the bench and everybody can learn how to tie up a new type of fly, for sure.
exactly.
Right on.
Hi, and welcome to the bench. Well, today we're going to tie you up a real nice little pattern. It's called the Italian spider fly. You know, the Italians did really well with this fly at the World Championships down in Jackson Hole, and they were kind enough to show everybody the fly later on. So we thought we'd tie it on the bench for you because it is such a hot little fly. Make sure you have these materials ready before you tie the fly. To tie the spider fly up, we're going to use a size 10 TMC 205 BL 5X wide hook. We're going to use some 8/0 black thread. For the butt, we'll use some bright orange thread. We'll use a light dun hackle to hackle the body. For the body, we'll use some pheasant tail. And for the wing, we'll use a few strands of crystal flash along with some light elk hair. To start the fly off, I've wrapped all my black thread right onto the hook. I like a nice base of black thread on my hook. I've got some of the bright orange thread, and I'm going to wrap it back to form a nice little red butt section right at the back of the fly. In this butt section, you probably want it to be about 1/8 of an inch long and keep it fairly thick. Now that I have my red butt tied in and my thread back on, my black thread, I'm going to take one of my dun hackles and I'm going to tie it in by the tip. right at the very base, just above that nice orange butt that we tied in. I've taken about 8 strands of my pheasant tail, and I'm going to tie these in by the tip, just above where we put in the butt section. Tie them down real nice, and just wrap forward to form a body. Now you'll notice that the pheasant tail only makes it about halfway up on the fly, which is fine. We're going to do the same thing for the upper part of the fly after we finish the bottom half of the fly. Now that I've wrapped the pheasant tail up about halfway up my hook, I'm going to take the hackle that we've had back there, and we're slowly going to palmer it up. And keep this hackle nice and full. Don't have too much spacing between the hackle. Try to utilize the whole hackle for the stretch halfway up to the hook. Now we're just going to repeat the last 2 steps. We're going to take another hackle and tie it in right at the halfway point where the last section ended. For the top half of the body now, I've taken about 10 strands of my pheasant tail. And again, I'm just going to tie them in by the tips. Make sure they're tied down nice and even. And we'll wrap this pheasant tail up to form the nice body on the top end of the fly. And wrap it right towards the eyelet, right up to the eyelet. The front end of the body is now tied in. I'm going to take my done hackle that I've had sitting there in the middle of the fly, and I'm slowly going to palmer that up towards the eyelet. Again, keep the hackle nice and full. For the wing now, I'm going to use some crystal flash to put on the under wing. This crystal flash, we want it about almost the length of the hook. Make sure that crystal flash comes right almost to the butt end of the hook, and we'll tie it in. For the last stage in the fly, I've taken some stacked light elk hair, and we're just going to put this over the wing and try to match it up to the length of the sparkle flash underwing we've just put in, and then tie it in. Take a couple of loose turns and then tie it a little tighter. All this extra material at the front, gather up once you've tied it in, and just snip it off to form a nice little head right at the front of the hook. Well, there it is, the Italian spider fly. Fairly simple pattern to tie, and it's fairly new. A lot of people have seen it in magazines, and I was fortunate enough that my brother brought me one back from the World Championships in Jackson Hole. One thing we did find out about this fly is it's absolutely a marvelous cutthroat pattern.
There he was, too. Oh, he fouled me up. Well, I finally make it up to the head of the pool. And of course, once you get up there, the fish get a little bit bigger. This guy's not exactly big, but bigger than what's been hitting it. See if I can get one more right up at the very head there, because that's where the big guy's going to be if there is one.
I know Grant's working a real nice pocket up above. Already had a couple of hits, so a nice little cutty. Here, we'll show everybody this little guy. Let's unhook him. Real nice cuts. See the real nice orange cuts on the throat? They're real nice fish. There he is, nice little size. Real brilliant cuts on them. There are a lot bigger fish. They're going to get bigger. There he goes. Came up, popped it. A bigger flow here. Let's get him off. He's just a little guy. There you go, boy. Just wait, just wait. Just hold on, hold on. There you go. Oh, well. More little fish. There's got to be a few bigger ones in here. We hit a real nice section here, a real nice big hole. So hopefully we're going to start coming on a few bigger fish.
All right, well, that's it for this run. Nice little run, beautiful area. Too many trees and branches around keep hanging up. There's even a branch underneath the water up there that I hung up on. But Don's got a really nice run down here, so I think I can go down and check out what he's doing.
This hole is just full of fish. Oh, this guy's not that big, but just fighting good. They do fight really good in here for cutthroat. Cutthroat are just known for digging the bottom and pulling hard. This little two-way rod takes a little bit to get these guys in. They're not that big, but they're sure fun to catch. Whoa! Come on in, let's show everybody. He's a healthy little fish right in the snout. Little top lip. Whoa. Come on, come on. Oh, there he goes. He just got off. Ah, nice little fish.
Oh, a good one, yeah.
There's been quite a few in here. I'm getting just steady hits through here. Nice big hole. You had any luck up in that top section?
Well, I had to try. Such a neat little stretch. It was tough, though. Real tough casting.
Well, because of the
little fish, though. They're all small. I thought for sure the cover that was in there would have been a nice big fish.
Oh, because all the trees down and the nice little backwater.
Yeah.
But you know what we found today is even fishing the pocket water wasn't that successful. There was a few fish sitting in there, but they seem to be in the main runs and then in the pockets below the main run. So the main run comes through and they're not holding in the pocket water above the main runs. They're holding kind of in the tail outs. Yeah. And if there's any pockets in the tail outs, that's where they're sitting.
Well, it just shows you have to check everything out.
Just find out where the fish are. That's the main thing. Take a bunch of casts, put on your tractor patterns, your favorite flies. This one that we tied for you today.
Yeah.
Great pattern to try, the spider fly, and try different holes.
Yeah.
That's all you can do.
Well, it's been a fun day here on the Goat River.
Oh, is it ever? You know,
I really enjoy this type of fishing.
You do, and I do too. Like before I said, we were spoiled, like you say all the time, with big fish. But I like the little ones. I like just walking around. Yep. You know, it's nice.
Enjoying the little cutthroats.
Yeah.
It's been fun. Get a chance to come out here, make sure you take care.
And conserve our waters. Got a real nice little cutthroat fish right here.
Yeah, you bet.
Yeah.
See you next time.
Where we take you sport fishing on the fly.